the other side of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah, he did that. I don't know what's gonna happen next, but gotta figure that shit out. One way or the other. I think we rolling right now with the camera for some reason. I'm gonna just keep on recording. Okay, I'm gonna cut and edit this. All right, we had the big boxing weekend. Boom. Manny Pacquiao weekend. You finally get a chance to talk about it, my boy.
That's who's sabotaging the damn recording is Manny
Manny
Pacquiao because he know.
Pacquiao, you and your team, Rock Nation, you will pay. Um, you, I'm on my Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, yeah. We finally get to
um,
see this. We finally get to see this travesty of a fight that's been waiting to come up. I'm sick of.
the man didn't look good in the exhibition, and I don't understand why we are allowing him to fight for a WBC belt at 46 years old. It'd be different if he was a 46 like George was at heavyweight at 46, where he was like literally smoking the young cats. That's cool.
Mhm.
But we have not seen that. It just is what it was at that point. Um, we're here. It is what it is. Who do you expect to win the fight?
And for his career, Barrios better win. Like,
Yeah, I'm there. I am right there with that because that is what's good for boxing. And what I mean by being good for boxing, the legend has to lose to somebody else who is still going to go on and possibly still be a contender somewhere else. When Ugas beat Pacquiao, yeah, Ugas may have been the better because it was a last minute replacement, but Pacquiao's no stranger to stuff like that, so I can move that to the side. It was also the age showed up in that fight that night, and that's just how that happened. The age of Manny Pacquiao finally showed up. It would have been Earl Spence had Earl Spence I not had needed a surgery, but it just might happen to be Manny Pacquiao this day. I mean, you done as Ugas that night, and then it turned into Ugas versus Earl Spence, and now we have not seen either one of them anymore since that ordeal. Really, or Ugas lost his next fight terribly, and then Earl goes on to fight Bud and loses that fight the way he did as well. So. You need a legend to kind of pass on something to somebody who somebody the promoter can pass on. They thought they had one with Jeff Horn with Manny Pacquiao when they did it earlier. That it just is what it is. But as we see now with PBC losing the stars, or the recent news of Javante Davis being arrested, Mario Barrios has to try to kind of pick up, you know, the starship level. We both are picking Barrios to win. I know that was a long little rant monologue. I don't know. I am so sorry, but it was an honest monologue because that's how boxing should. It needs to go. It just is what it is. How we see Barrios winning the fight. How does he win the fight? Does he do what Ugas did, or does he do what he does?
I really don't know because I don't know if he'll have to do what Ugas did because this is Manny, what, 5 years later?
Yeah,
Like,
I understand.
I don't know what kind of output and what kind of style will even be necessary to get Manny out of there at this point. Only thing I say about this fight is, jokes aside, I hope Manny get out of there okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the
want to
main.
see
That is 100% the main point there.
I
Absolutely.
don't want to see a brutal knockout. Hell, TKO. I don't see it going 12. I don't know how it would go 12. Unless Manny turns the clock back some kind of way. Um, if them calf muscles get big, all of us bigger or something, I don't know, but
I
it
don't see
should
it.
not.
I just truly don't see it, and that does not that does not. I'm really trying to process this. I don't see it, and that's not a knock to Manny Pacquiao per se. It's just more so, bro. You've aged yourself out, and that's okay because those divisions you can't fight long and old. Typically for those divisions, it's okay. We know these things. Those that long age of fighting is preserved for the original light heavyweight, which those guys were whatever. Those long ages was preserved for the heavyweights, the long ages of fighting, right? Bernard Hopkins uh, defeated time for as long as he did, but even then he was at light heavyweight when he do it. Um, it's not reserved for these little guys because they're so built on speed for all of their career. So I do want Manny Pacquiao to come out of there safe. Co-main, Fundora, Tszyu, rematch.
We gonna see if Tim can get his lick back. Uh,
There's a lot
I
to be changed for both fighters as it relates to this rematch. It's a pretty interesting turn. Tszyu fought after Fundora, but also got knocked out brutally
mhm.
by Morataliev, and Fundora also went and fought Cornel Booker, but he got a knockout win, right? So men, and then Tszyu got another win back at home in Australia against Joey Spencer. So he got himself together there. He looked good for what Joey he he looked good for what the promise used to be about Joey. With both men coming off wins, where does that place? Where does that place this fight? Does it start off the same way that the first one was going, or do we have a different play out?
I don't. I don't know. If Tim was the same Tim before their first fight, then I picked Tim just like I picked Tim before the fight even started.
Yeah, we
Um,
both did for sure.
but when Tim went to go to get beat on and looked like a completely different person, and then in his fight after that he won, he still didn't really look like Tim Tszyu. I mean, he looked better, but he didn't look like his old self.
Yeah,
I
he got
don't.
back in the win column. He got
Yeah.
back in the win column, and that's what they were hoping, and that's pretty much it. Get back in the win column. But I agree. The performance, while he did win, it was a good performance, but it wasn't a normal Tim Tszyu performance.
Mhm.
It was a
Uh,
flash of it though towards the end, obviously for sure. I give him that credit. When Joey's dad had to stop the fight, the relentless pressure, the relentless punches for sure. But it wasn't like you say the original Tim Tszyu performance.
um, I read this to me. It's about 50-50. I don't know. I don't know who
I
I'm
I, I,
expecting to
I agree
win.
there. I agree. I'm probably gonna take Fundora this time. Simply because he doesn't have the worry that Tim Tszyu had in his head. Like Tim kept saying, "Oh yeah, I was worried about the cut. I'm worried about that." And if somebody, and hopefully, prayerfully not, an accident happens again like that, hopefully, that goes Fundora's way. Just is what it is. Mentally for that fight. Hopefully they stop it this time. Maybe it's somebody smart. But yeah, I think Fundora, since Fundora's already been back in the win column prior to that, I think he has more to adjust than Tim does because no matter what, Tim still has to get inside of that.
Mhm.
Simple as that. The other rematch before that, Cruz and Fierro, the one I was live there for in Vegas on the David Benavidez and David Morrell card. Gonna tell you right now, there is no winner besides the fans. That's all. I can't tell you who's gonna win the fight. Fierro's gonna win. A lot of people feel Fierro won that fight. I'm one of those folks. And but I was there. I didn't see a lot of things that I could see versus in camera and on TV. So that is what it is. But in the building, 7-5 Fierro's way to me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Please don't shoot me behind that. Um, what do you see for this
It,
third second match of the night?
hell, it really come down to which one of them who want to who want to take the most punches and still be standing.
Who who want to eat the most overhand rights?
That that's
I got an overhand right for you. That's gonna it's supposed to put you to sleep.
and that's what it come down to. If it goes like the first fight went, I'd lean towards Cruz just because I don't think I, Cruz hit him a lot, especially early, and I don't know if you just want to. I don't know if he can just withstand that again if it goes the same way. He hit Cruz a lot, but Cruz always get hit a lot. So I mean, it is what it is on his side. So
Nothing changed there.
right.
Is it the final
So
now for both men? Is it the final day that your chin finally weakens up on you? Though
yep, that's
now
the question.
that is the question going into the fight. However, no matter the winner in that fight, particularly, this is your official pay the toll not choosing. We are the winners as the fans because this is not going to be a boxing match. This is going to be more so a entertainment match. Um, if you wanted to watch a boxing match, you should have watched last weekend when Shakur put on that masterful performance. That's all I can say about that.
You
That's what that
know,
was. Or
you
Pollo
know who
Matias last weekend, fantastic fun. But this weekend is specifically going to be a fight, and it's an entertainment value more so boxing. So
you know who I think it's on that card. The fight I'm looking forward to. Brandon Figueroa and Joet Gonzalez. I'm
and
looking
Joey
forward to that fight.
Gonzalez. Oh man, dude, that's right. That is right.
Uh,
And the
both
return
of
of
them,
Gary Russell Jr.
right? Because both Gonzalez and Figueroa are coming off L's. Brandon lost to Fulton, lost his belt, and Joet he's coming off an L too. So it's like
They trying to
nobody
figure out who keeps going. Yeah.
nobody wants to go two in a row. So
Yeah. And Joel's been fighting on Pro Box where you got to go prove it out there, so it is what it is. I won't be watching that fight because I will be at the Bam Rodriguez and Cafu down the street at the Star here in Dallas. Um, so I'll have to somehow, hopefully, prayerfully, they got service in the building where I can watch that fight. I doubt it, but just is what it is. So good entertaining night of boxing. Hope everybody enjoys that for sure. Sure. All right, here in Dallas, sorry, Frisco. I mean, I get these folks, they get up in a tizzy when you say stuff like that. Up north in Frisco, because I'm in GP, we got the Matchroom boxing card with Bam Rodriguez fighting Mr. Cafu, and then you got Diego Pacheco versus Trevor McCumby. We're obviously excited to see Bam. Bam already announced his next fight, some kind of way. But hey, I don't. They put the carrot before the horse these days. I guess I'm all for it. If you want to be cocky and getting whatever. Um, with that, with that being said, let's go to Trevor McCumby and Diego Pacheco first. I I think this is a bigger chance than what people may realize. Um, I'm still gonna pick Diego Pacheco to win by KO simply because I know exactly what he can do. We've seen it against slick opponents and we've seen it against some other kind. But Trevor McCumby can punch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He can, but he had the knockouts he had for a reason, and he did it also again against Caleb Plant. How do you see this fight going?
uh, I hope this coming through clear. I don't know, but um, shit, I think it'll be tough. McCumby can punch, like you said. It's it's no moral victories, I guess, in sports really, but in boxing you can take things that you did well and build on them. And for anything, McCumby proved to himself and his team that he can hang with a good to great fighter when he fought Plant. So what he takes off of that and builds with that, if he takes that and that boosts his confidence and he comes in with a game plan, he stick to it, Pacheco gonna have to be on note because all it take is one punch and that dude can punch. So
Yeah,
I
there,
think
there.
I think
This is. this is a fight where it's absolutely no moment to half step. You can't. He's not going to get the ability, I don't think, to play like he. I ain't gonna say play because he's a very serious fighter. But I don't. He does not get the leeway from somebody like McCumby. Um, I'm finna bring in something else, and I'm not gonna do it. But for somebody like McCumby, um, he's gonna, like you say, he's just gonna have to stay on his P's and Q's because if he that one jab that he sees but kind of thinks I'm gonna pull it off could be the one that just blinds and stuns him with the right hand that comes right behind it. And McCumbie does a good job of punching everywhere, just like we described in the last fight when you fight somebody like Shakur, even though Pacheco doesn't have the defense like Shakur at all. They're two different completely styles of defensive fighters. But McCumbee has the good ability just to punch you everywhere he wants to punch you. And just that's what he wants to land because he knows my hands hurt if I land them anywhere on you. Simple as that.
Yeah, so it'll be an interesting fight. Especially, I want to see Pacheco's game plan, how he starts the fight. What distance does he try to keep the fight at? How he reacts to pressure once McCumbee comes at him because he's
He's
going to
gonna
rush
come.
him.
He's gonna come.
um, and how long does, if any, does Pacheco stay on his front foot? Sometimes he gets in a little too close. I have in the past. I wouldn't necessarily do that against McCumbee, but yeah, I'm just interested to see the game plan and see what they got lined out for McCumbee to see how it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thoroughly curious for it. So he obviously ain't no chump. Go fight Caleb Plant, and then you come back and fight Diego Pacheco. Obviously, he ain't no punk. So now the main event for that fight, Cafu and Bam. Bam, another fight back home here in Texas. This is a fight that probably should have been in San Antonio, so they could have blown the roof off of the building if they wanted to at any given time. But I'm pretty sure people drove there 4 hours to come up here to watch Bam anyway from San Antonio. How do you see Bam? I was gonna say, how do you? This is so sad. How do you see Bam winning this fight? But how do you see the fight going stylistically? Let me say that.
Well, we always say about the lower weight classes, a bunch of punching.
How many
Man,
how many hands are gonna get thrown in the amount of rounds that it does last? That's the only thing
it,
that's it.
it really, and I hate to say it because I'm not trying to not answer the question, but it really depends on the defense that's selected for Bam. Like, if they come in with a game plan and they just want to firefight with Bam, it's gonna be a short night. If they try to stay away and jab and disrupt his timing and try to even counter him, like when Bam got knocked down, because Bam stuck his head
Because
out
he stuck
before
his
I just
head out
kept
there.
it
Yes,
there.
he did.
So
Yeah.
if they working with something like that, then it'll get interesting. But if they come in and if they just want to beat Bam to the punch, good luck.
Yeah. I'm really, really, really curious to see how this goes. But this is one where I'm gonna take Bam in seven, coincidentally, for some reason. Don't ask me why seven, but I'm gonna take it at seven. Um, I he might do it at five, but I'll take between 5 and 7 for sure. I'll take between 5 and 7 because it can go three, but I'm gonna take 5 and 7 for sure. So yeah, that's how I'm looking at the fight. But I think it's still gonna be entertaining completely. I don't think Caffey's gonna
Mhm.
run away from Bam at all. That's not who he is. That's not who I've seen him from what the fights I have seen. So he's not gonna run prideful. But
Guaranteed punching.
absolutely. Oh, Amari Jones, the other Team USA guy, he is also going to be on the card. So he's on the undercard of this fight as well. So good to see another young talent prospect. Well, he's not a prospect yet, but just good to see another young talent come up and from the previous Olympic squad continue his career as he goes on to try to become a world champion. So. Kudos to him, and good luck to him as well. All right, one more fight for Undisputed. Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois, the rematch. Since we got a rematch for weekend going on here in boxing. How does this rematch play out this time with Oleksandr obviously beating Tyson Fury twice, becoming undisputed, and then now we have Daniel Dubois, who has a belt this time as the champion. He's beat Anthony Joshua for, so he's the huge name now in England. He gets his second chance, what he feels like is redemption at Oleksandr Usyk for the to me, it was a perfect punch to the stomach. To me, it was on the belt line, but it wasn't low. Um, how do you see this fight going now with Daniel streaking the way he has and Usyk now?
I've been waiting on this,
He
and
quit
it's
with a
my,
jab.
and it's my time to shine.
Come on.
Dynamite for the upset.
Oh my God.
I've been rolling with Dynamite for fights now. Been rolling with it, and my boy, been hot. Now it's time to put Usyk down to the mat and scoop all the belts. It's Dynamite time to shine. I'm telling you right now. Do I feel like that 100%? No, but I'm going with it because that's what I want to say.
What does he do differently this fight from the last? Boy, the minds got big. Because you know why he doesn't do nothing different? Because the boy got out jabbed in the first fight. Now let's talk about that point specifically right in and there. Usyk landed a good body shot. I mean, Dubois landed good body shots on Usyk the whole night. Usyk is not okay to the body as he fights these versions of heavyweights today. And that's understandably so for a man who was under 200 pounds. A man 245, 50, 60, 70, 80 pounds punch you in the stomach and you are still the little guy in a sense. It's totally understandable that you're going to be weak to the body and you take those punches a little worse than the rest of them do. Totally understandable. But Dubois got out jabbed in that fight. He got outmaneuvered. He was getting out skilled in that fight. Yes, he landed the perfect punch at the perfect time that should have won him the fight. Totally agree with that. And even then, the problem is Daniel Dubois did not do the one thing that they tell you to do. You go finish the fight. Regardless, you get that call, finish the fight. He did not do that. He did not have the gumption in him to see that that man was still hurt even after that 5 minute rest, full 5 minute rest. And he still did not go out there and finish that fight. So I'm still going to take the man who came up and challenged everybody who got to the belts. He beat Anthony Joshua twice. He went and fought Tyson Fury twice. Significant. Yeah, he won those. It ain't even no point. Yeah, they had rematches because it was clauses, but he won that fight and we knew it. That's the thing about Oleksandr Usyk. He won that fight and we knew it. So this right here is gonna be no different to me, even if it goes all 12 rounds. I think it does go 12 rounds on purpose because Usyk's gonna make it go 12 because he's gonna say, "I'm just gonna show you you're still that far separate from me." As it relates to being a king of heavyweights, to be king of sport. You thought you were here, and I'm gonna show you how much further back you are from me. That is what I'm looking forward to.
Hey man, you trying to make me feel bad about my pick or something? That's what you
Absolutely.
trying to do? Well, I ain't
Absolutely.
gonna feel bad. Do I want to take Dynamite? No, but I'm going with it because I want to. And I tell you this, my boy Dynamite, look here, man. Put the 10 crumpets down. Let's get this done. Know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
You got to get this done in the first six because after that, it's going to get ugly.
It's done at that point. Because if Usyk gonna
if
just be
it get
bouncing around and he gonna maneuver on him, it's over.
if it get past 6, it's about to be man say. Just get it done in the first 6.
Sorry, player. He ain't getting that done in 6. That's
Hey man, when we on opposite sides, it make it for better. So, cause
he ain't getting it done in 6.
then you harass me and stuff, and it
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I'm gonna harass you. We've been okay leading up all to
expect
this point.
especially when it's a heavyweight. You make it worse.
Absolutely, because you got me bent. Like you got me bent. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are finna deserve all of this come Saturday afternoon. There's no ifs and buts about it. By I think what time? I think Rainbow about 5 o'clock, something like that. I think normally it'll be about 4 o'clock because that's 6 hours up. So it'll be about 4 o'clock. So if by 4:40, 4:45, just know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. On yo, bro. Wholeheartedly. Not denying that.
That's fine.
It's gonna have to be, because I didn't care if it wasn't. Nonetheless, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Pay the Soul Box. And don't forget to watch all of these fights this weekend. Very, very, very entertaining boxing like this weekend. Like top tier boxing coming on this weekend, wholeheartedly. Uh, Please continue to watch, support, like, share, subscribe, all of that stuff like that. Shout out to our guys and thanks for playing once again. I'll get the solo Haven Brady interview posted since Twin did not join us for the interview.
Cap,
Um,
Cap, you
um,
lying.
I
I
just
did
want y'all
join
to
the
know
interview. It ain't my
that we
fault.
really appreciate y'all for all of that. And I don't care what he's yelling about. I'm still don't talk anyway. And it just does not matter. Thank y'all. I hope y'all have a wonderful, awesome, beautiful, amazing, gorgeous day, weekend. You are watching this on Friday. But it was recorded on Thursday. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend because we won't speak again until Sunday or Monday. So, nonetheless, so you got any parting words for us?
I hope you catch a cramp in your foot at midnight. Wake up out your sleep.
Nonetheless, everybody be blessed. I hope Glenn even himself has a fine time. I hope he gets an email mail tomorrow and it doesn't come out. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. Y'all be cool.